So the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 2. And he cried with a might, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great, is fallen. Is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. You understand? So America is fallen. We see Operation Sandman. 100 countries have agreed to dump the dollar. You understand? You have, since the Ukraine war pop off, the grain, the wheat gone, gas gone, diesel shortage, Babylon falling, man. Watch it. Isaiah chapter 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Because back in the day, America was running things. America, which is Babylon, was running things, bro. You understand? Oh, you don't want to use American dollar no more? Saddam Hussein? Yo, drop a bomb on that. Oh, you don't want to use American dollar no more? Libya? Drop a bomb on that. What? What you saying, China? What? You want to bring ships in the straits to Taiwan? Yo, bring a carrier over there. America was running things. They made people afraid to do anything. Now they're saying, yo, F off, America, because Babylon has fallen. Watch it. Ezekiel chapter 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, right? And against all Idumea, because America is run by Idumeans. There's no such thing as a white person. No one is as white as the white in the screen. Alright, they are red like the letters. Red when mad, red when sad, red when cold, red when too hot, red when sick, red when in love. Because they are Idumean Edomites. They come from the seed of Esau, Idumea. You understand? Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Because the Idumeans have put God's land inside of their possession. You understand? Watch it. Look. This is them. When they took the land over, you understand? And they parted it with the Palestinians and the fake Idumean white Jew them. Because them man as Edomites. They are not the real Jews. You have to understand that. Right? Watch it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the Israelites in 70 AD, we were kicked out of our country, Israel. And right now, no Arabs and white people live there, right? The children of Ishmael and the children of Esau have parted the land, right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, what does this son of perdition do? Now, peep that word, son. Now, some people might say it's one man. But remember, when God talked about Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, he's talking about the entire nation of Jacob. Because God, Yahweh, he refers to an entire nation after the progenitor of the nation. That's why we call the Israelites, because we come from Israel, who was Jacob before he gets his name changed. You understand? So this son of perdition is an entire race of people. Now this is what they will do. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? Now watch it. Look at this. So Trump, when he became the president, right, he made the proclamation that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, the Israeli Israel, meaning that the Israelis, they sit in the temple. These white Jewish Idumean Edomite people, they sitting in the temple of God now, claiming to be the people of God. Right? Watch it. Isaiah chapter 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So when you have a world map, right? You have to look at the most northern countries. The two most northern countries are USA and Russia. And what race of men rule these countries? The Idumeans, the Edomites, the red people. That's why they call themselves rednecks, the Red Army. You understand? No, when you're talking about these people, they say I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. What does that mean? I always go into it in Genesis chapter 37 and 9. This is Joseph's dream, and he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. So what does these 11 stars mean? Right? So you have to get the next verse in Genesis 37 and 8. I mean Genesis 37 and 10. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth? So these 11 stars represents the other 11 tribes of Israel, because Joseph is a tribe as well. So the stars represents the 12 tribes of Israel. And now it's coming all to a head, right? Because in Isaiah chapter 14 and 13, Lucifer, which is America, the Idumeans, the sons of the wicked, the Edomites, the so-called white man, he said, For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, rulership, I will rule, I will exalt my throne above the stars, the Israelites of God. And I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, North America, Russia. They're sitting on the whole world on top of us, the Israelites. You understand? So watch this. Hold on. Can I tell you what they did, right? In Joel chapter 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they've scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right? Watch this. Wait, let's get to the next verse. And they have cast lots from the people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Because back then when they were selling the children of Israel, what they would do, nigga here, nigga there. They sold us on the auction blocks of the slave plantation. Remember? They sell a boy as a breeder so that he can get other slave women pregnant. They sell a girl with wine, and then they have a party and run a train upon her. You understand? This is what these white men do. These Idumean Edomite white men. This is what they do. And they parted God's land. When did they part God's land? Right here. 1947, they did a partition with the Palestinian Arabs, and their white European Idumeans parted the land, just like Joel 3 said. And they casted lots for God's people, right? Remember, they cast lots for us. Look, we went all across the whole world, into Europe, into America, into Arabia, into the Indian Ocean. You understand? They scattered his heritage among the nations and parted his land. Watch it. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even with a stone. That's the Christianity and the Islam. Because look, we were scattered in all nations. Europe, America, South America, East Africa, West Africa, South Africa, to Indian Ocean, Arabia. We were scattered. You understand? This is us. Because I know some people say that, slavery never really happened. It's a critical race theory. No, look, they have pictures of this. They have pictures of it. and they have the slave manifest. So shut all that blood clot up about critical race theory. Shut your blood clot up. It's on paper, it's in picture, it's documented. Fuck, Edomite liar them. You see me? Now watch this, man. This Isaiah chapter 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Now when this was written, right? Because I talk about the son of perdition being an entire race. So the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. When this was written, Jacob been dead for a long time. Isaiah's like 500 years after Jacob. You understand? I will have mercy on Jacob. I will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Right? And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the host of Jacob. Now, when the Israeli Jewish Ashkenaz man went to Israel, are we serving them? Are any nations joined to them? They don't even have the whole land to themselves. They have a parted with the Palestinian Arab man them. So we know they're not the real Jacob, because what strangers are joined to them? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the host of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You understand? We shall take them captive, who captive we were. Mr. White Man, we're coming for you. We don't care about no race war. We're not on that, because God will set us in our land. You can bring out race war all you want. That won't save you. You understand? For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel and set them. For the Lord and set them. For the Lord set them. The Lord will set us up. Not the United Nations and Britain. Not America like these white Edomite Jewish man them have. And we're going to own them as captives, whose captives we were, because it's written. That's the Old Testament. You don't think that the Lord, so-called Jesus, Yahushua said the same thing? Watch it. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. You understand? That's why World War III Armageddon will pop off. See, in Esdras, it talk about... Hold on. This is what it's talking about. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another. Right? Next verse. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. So Armageddon, right? Armageddon is not about the Israelis. It's about the elect of God, the 144,000 going up into the chariots with Yahushua, so-called Jesus. We go across the sea of glass mingled with fire, and then we come down in the valley of Jehoshaphat for go to war against those who did this in Joel 3. I will also gather all nations, Joel chapter 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. You understand? So that's what the Armageddon is. You understand? When we come to put them, this is what we're going to do for Armageddon. All right? This is what Armageddon's all about. This is what it's about after we get raptured up. I know man like to use that word raptured. After we get raptured up, we have to come back down and take what is ours. Psalms 149. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and the harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing a loud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor of all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. So Mr. White Man, as you can see that your kingdom is coming to an end, just know when the Lord comes back, we're going to bind your kings with chains and put your nobles in fetters of iron. We're going to execute upon you this judgment written. We will take you captive when we were your captives. You understand? We're taking you. It's coming. Babylon has fallen. Revelation chapter 18 verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen. Is fallen. And it's become the habitation of devils and the hole of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Babylon, the great is fallen. America is fallen. Death to America. Burn dirty Babylon up. End of white power.